I think one thing about me being a singer-songwriter is more importantly for me not only being a singer but being respected as a writer in its entirety. I'm a part of a lot of other different things as far as it comes to writing. I work for a blog called Short and Sweet. I blog a lot about artists who, in commercial and well-known artists who are out in the industry now, and I get to review their songs. I try to be objective and have a vast perspective on music because I blog now, even including when I work on my own stuff personally, trying to find a way to kind of relate to all different aspects and perspectives in music and interpretations mainly of music itself. As well, another artist named Natalie Rubero, who's a good friend of mine, gave me the opportunity to also be a part of a book on songwriters, specifically women and our experiences with sexism and different prejudices that are involved in the music industry, in the entertainment industry itself. So that was really a great honor to be able to open a book and that book have your face in it. That was great. I actually was in LA the week that it was published and put out. It was on Grammy Week. And that was really a great feeling to not only be respected as an artist or as a songwriter, but as a writer itself. Moving forward, I actually got to executive produce an album as well. I think that was a different experience for me because I never was given that much responsibility with someone's project. I think it opened my eyes to possibly having the job of A&Ring or managing an artist later on in life. I definitely think that that's something I would be interested in moving forward. And just really building on this documentary at the moment, making sure that I actually take in all the different aspects of being an artist, from the highs to the lows, and all that comes in between. I really didn't do this to be pretentious. I did it to educate people on the realities and the hard work and the hard ethic it takes, and going through different channels and different roadblocks, and also being able to work in and out of situations where everyone isn't as passionate about what you're doing as you are, and having to remain focused, I think, is one of the hardest lessons that I'm learning. But it's also making me stronger and building my character. And I think in this industry, having character is a lost art form. And a lot of people want to do things and be a part of things, but there's no real integrity to what they're doing. And so I wanted to document my transformation. I wanted people to see hard work and really acknowledge hard work right in front of them. Putting this album together has been a lot of difficult roadblocks in dealing with just from getting it mixed to getting it mastered to getting people to be on board with certain ideas and certain concepts and the video itself. But my main focus is to inspire, and so if I can't inspire myself, then all of this is null and void. And that is the main focus of, I guess, the whole symbolism of bamboo. And being a bamboo is that growth, and it taking that long to actually sprout is what makes it all worthwhile. I think one thing that people neglect to take into consideration is being transparent isn't easy, and being able to tell your story isn't easy, or they watch you make things happen and they don't realize that it's work. It's really hard work, and that you're fighting through something. A lot of times I speak to people who tell me they admire some of the decisions I've made or some of the risks that I've taken, and not realizing that I'm pushing through my own fears, and that I truly believe that people who inspire others or have become an inspiration to others, really in reality they're just working through their own personal fears and working through their own boundaries and roadblocks. And a lot of those roadblocks we create for ourselves. Even in performing, for me, it was very difficult to perform at first, and a lot of people, because of that, they didn't necessarily expect me to get that far, because I wasn't able to totally take myself out of the situation and allow myself to be used and be vulnerable. I don't think people really understand the vulnerability that comes with performing or being an artist, and allowing people to see everything inside of you poured out on a stage. I think that unless you're necessarily in those shoes, you don't understand that experience. And I think that I didn't really grow to respect it until people that I respected would say things like, "Yo, I'm so nervous," or oh my God, such and such is in the crowd, and I would look and be like, you're nervous, you know? And these were people that I thought were amazing. And so it just lets us know that we're all connected and we're all human. We all have those emotions, and being able to tell your story is your power, even in the midst of it being vulnerable. Bamboo is for anyone who's been underestimated. It's for anyone who's been overlooked. It's for anyone who doesn't feel like they have someone to represent who they are. It's for the black sheep. It is black sheep music. It is for people who don't feel like their voice will even be heard. Not even necessarily that they don't have a voice. If it makes sense, then you can read between the lines. Necessarily, you may not be that person, but you may know somebody who is that person. And so my idea is to encourage those black sheep to walk in that and to be that, and to know that that does not make them bad, it does not make them wrong to be different, and to want to be understood at being different. It gets hard, but I push myself on. Gotta keep going, yeah, won't stop. So I try and I try, and I try and I try. I try again. Oh, yeah.